Hello and welcome back. Today's video is a bit different. No longer working on the MG, we're working on my 1997 Mustang GT. We're replacing the rear reflectors, getting it cleaned up and taking it to the Ace Cafe for its first car show. So as you can see down here, the car is filthy, but that's not what we're getting at. This rear reflector is broken, a very common problem on these because it's right below the filler flap. When I bought the car, it came with a pair of new ones, so that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be whacking them on, and that means we've got to pop the corner of the bumper off. So that means we've got to undo these two screws in here, and there'll be two 11mm on the inside of the boot. The other side's actually how it should be, but I'll be replacing both of them because it looks like these are smoked. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just the packaging, but they don't look as bright. First of all, we're going to start off by loosening these. I've seen loads of people have different methods. I find the right tool is simply the right method. As you see, you won't fit a screwdriver in there, but one of these insert ratchet. Mine's a Mac Tools one. I've got three different angled ones, one that leans in, one that leans out, and one that's completely straight. They weren't even that expensive. And they'll just take your standard bit insert, so you can get Torx, Phillips, flathead, Allen keys, the whole lot, and they make the job a whole lot easier. So now we've got those two screws out, we're going to put them somewhere safe because I know what I'm like for losing them. Moving on into the boot, we've got to get behind here, so we need to pull this side trim off, and that will reveal the two 11mm that we need to disconnect. So now we've got that out of the way, you can see we've got the 11mm nut here and 11mm nut there. So I'll undo both of them. Be careful not to drop them into the abyss down here because I'll never get them out. And then I'll be able to pull the corner of the bumper out. And then next you got these two little bungs. They go in these two holes. You have one here and one here, and they just pin the bumper in place at the bottom. You might need a bit of a specialty tool to get them out without damaging them. I had to use one of these. Cheap plastic trim tool, worked very well. And then that allows you to pull the bumper away and hopefully get to the back to replace that reflector. Alright, so the old one's off, but already we've encountered problem number one. As you can see, one of the clips came off absolutely fine. The other one's completely rusted out, so I'm going to have to figure out a replacement. So here we are, new one's on the passenger side. Gotta get used to saying that, seeing as I live in England and steering wheel's now on the other side of the car. I was hoping to beat the wind and the rain, because that was going earlier on really badly, and then I got that nice bit of blue sky. But whilst I was doing the nuts that hold it on, it's had to remind me I live in England. I did run into a problem, as I pointed out, with that clip, so what I've had to do is I've just stuck a normal 10mm nut on there, which seems to have done the job. Just make sure when you put these on and tighten them up that you put the nut on straight, so it doesn't go on at an angle as it cuts its thread, and you don't want to over tighten them as well because you'll just snap the nuts off the back. So now, actually I'll leave that for now, we'll reattach the bumper, do the other side, and we'll peel these off last. So now we're moving on to the driver's side, which for every other car in the UK is the passenger side. I've already started, I've got the two screws out and the one clip from underneath, because unlike the other side there's only one. So this side should be easier, only one clip underneath, and you don't have to work around the fuel pipe like you do on the passenger side. So I'll pull the interior carpet out, pull the two 11mm off, and we're good to go. So yeah, new location, but now the car's cleaned and polished, you can really see the difference. And these new reflectors really makes the car pop. Glad I got that done ready and the car cleaned and polished today, because me and my friend, Donnie, has helped me clean this today and polish it. This is his place, not mine. Well, we're going to the Ace Cafe to go to our first car show in the Mustang. So we've just spent ages cleaning and polishing every last little bit as best as we could. So we hit the road, and within 15 minutes this is how it looked. So much for the car being spotless, but that's not going to stop us. And this is how it looks when we arrived. As you can see, it's pretty quiet, but the cars that did show up looked great. The event was mainly a Mopar meet, but it was also an all-American cruising, so cars like my Mustang and this Corvette Z06 were more than welcome. It slowly picked up as the evening progressed, but it was a bit disappointing really, as the turnout was quite small, although I did catch some of the cars leaving, which was quite nice. So after a while, as there wasn't really a lot going on, we'd already grabbed a burger inside. We moved the Mustang front and centre to take some photos next to this Durango, and then we watched a Hemi Ram leave and we left right after. Now, when I tell you the way home included a few tunnels, you probably know what's coming next. So there we go. We've got the Mustang looking brand new again by replacing the rear reflectors, the only thing that was broken on the car when I bought it. We've cleaned it and polished it, got it looking brand new again. Then we've took it out, had some fun, showed it off, got it dirty again. That is literally the cycle of having one of these cars, and that is how you have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.